loves, how are you? I hope you're well. So today we are doing a table setup, a simple one. And this I'm doing just for testing. I'm going to test one of the guys on their knowledge about table setting and just what they expect when they find a table laid a certain way. But before that, let's stop by this shop. This is Marshall's, and I love coming to this shopping area. It's the shops at Blackstone's, and there's a Marshall there. I love to just see what they have laid out. There's a particular set I've been looking for. Do you see how they sell their sets in pieces of 20? That means it's a setting for 4 people. Now you can get a set that has serving for more people, but mostly they have it in sets of 4. That means sometimes when you have a set of just 4 and your table, can seat 6 people, that means you have to get 2 sets and just have 2 remaining, which is fine sometimes. But like now I have a black set that I plan to use today, but it has only a set of 4, and I need 2 more or another set, but I've not been able to find that same design. I didn't buy it here, of course. I bought it at an overstock shop, but I like to see just what any shop carries. Like this one always has a nice selection, and they have a lot of stuff on clearance every now and then. I'm just checking out what they have. Those serving spoons are called chefing serving spoons, or your host serving spoons, and some others that appear just larger. I notice here they have extra stuff for everything, like cocktail spoons, the forks behind there in the rose gold. So that is nice, yeah. So if you're looking to just fill your set or add something onto your set, this is a good place to get. And I really like it. I really like this shop, and I find it so relaxing to just browse in this and many other TJX branches for what they offer. Like anything you're looking for, they have it. I try, do you see, I have a set like this, but in blue, and this set has been in the shops for a long time. I think it's really nice for those people who like it. I think they keep demanding it. And then they have these tablecloths, and the tablecloths I've bought here have been quite nice and a good size for my table, because my table is a bit long and sometimes you don't find tablecloths that fit it. But you actually have to look for the correct size. But there's some tablecloths you can buy, and once you wash, it appears shrunken, so that's not cool. Yeah, but I'm not buying any of these tablecloths today. I'm actually not buying anything. That the only thing I wanted to look for was the black spoon set, but they don't have it. These candles are on sale, on clearance, and it's the whole section of candles over here. Yeah, so look at this. They're so pretty, going for $8. But I have candles that I haven't lit. I have candles in sets of 2. Some are. So no, but this is good. So that's a tippy tip for anyone who is looking for certain things and you haven't thought of Marshalls yet. Look at these sets. Yeah, they have lots. And these napkin holders are also on clearance. Look at this matchstick bottle of matchsticks, and the lighting pad. That's a waxy lighting pad. Like, it's so interesting. So I could have bought some napkins had I found the ones I wanted. So I wanted to check those out too. Even the furniture was on sale, but yeah, I was here just looking at the napkin designs. They have so many, but I didn't when you're buying colorful napkins, you want it to be something that matches your set, or just something in toil or some other vintage design, something that will just go well with whatever else you have, because you don't want to start another set of something. But anyway, the napkins, the paper napkins I've been having, the tiny set has been so good, but I'm running out. I was hoping to get some. So since I didn't get any, I didn't want to go with just a new design. But anyway, it was nice browsing and all. But anyway, so this is the plan today. I plan to show you how to set up a table, like an everyday setup that you can just have waiting for your guests or for your family. Just a normal regular setup. I know we've done this before. Whenever I set a table, I just keep elevating with one thing or another until it informs the kind of meal I'll make. Like on this one, I was thinking, oh my God, I added spoons there, yet I wasn't planning to serve a soup. But anyway, I'm not exactly doing a meal set because most of the guys are away, just setting my table, and I thought I'd share this with you. So I have this gray tablecloth. This is beautiful, but it doesn't quite fit the table because it shrunk a little, just by a little, because it's a very thick linen material. But I'm going to work with it today. I'm using the black and white set that I got from Dollar Store. They are always a place you can get something special, and we really love that Dollar Store set, although it's just 4 plates I found, and I'm always mixing and matching. So I wanted extra black spoons or black silverware, but I didn't get. I might check from the shop I got them the last time. It was an overstock shop. That is the same place I got this tablecloth. So when you're setting your table, very, very important, you have to line up your seats, especially the seats facing each other. So that would be the head of the table and the other seats facing. So anyway, I have this black charger plate, and there's a new rule in this home, that whenever I'm using charger plates, they'll be eating on them because they own them. Yeah, and especially for this black set, they really love for it to have that black background. When I'm setting this out, I don't always use placemats. You don't have to, especially when you're using a charger plate, because it just indicates the individual setting or setup for the individual person. So I'm going with that. I'm not using any placemats today because the color I have is actually not ideal for this set. I have gold, and I just give out my brown, almost leather-like square placemats. So these charger plates are enough, okay, just for this lesson. Those are enough. And I keep looking outside. I actually have my blinds open because outside is outsiding. With the summer, the sun is kind of too hot, so you can't always sit outside, but it helps to just look outside and enjoy the brightness. You know, we don't always have that throughout the year, yeah. So with these black chargers, I'm going to use my black and white plates. Like I said, the set we're doing today is the Dollar Store one. I got both the chargers and the plates from Dollar Tree, and we have only 4 of these plates. So I'm going to just put them on the facing sides or the sides, and just like in the movies, you know, the head of the table sits the king and the tail of the table the queen. I'm yet to determine which is the head and which is the tail. But anyway, so because I have only 4 plates, I'm going to use the head or either head of the table to place just a simple white set. This is from Home Goods, yeah, and I'm also putting my side plates. So whenever you're setting your table with just this, it means you're serving a main meal and a salad, yeah. So when it sits on the dining table, it means you're serving a salad. You can use these side plates to on the side to serve bread, and that's okay. So when you have it on the side, it means it's a bread plate, okay? So I have these fluffy, nice napkins, but they are a bit challenging to make a design with because they are nice and fluffy. You can always put a ring, a napkin ring, to have them contained. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted to show you a simple home method of setting out your cutlery. And in here, I'm just using my black set, and I'm putting down the knife first at the center, and that separates my fork and knife, just to show that I'll be serving a meat, and I'll be using a dinner fork, and I'll also be serving a soup. That's why you see the spoon. But now with my salad plate, it means that you, as a guest in my house with my simple setting, you'll have to use your same fork for your same dinner fork for eating your salad, because sometimes at home we don't use so much silverware. It could also mean that when I'm serving the salad, I'll give you a special fork for your salad. But it's also possible that I will serve the salad and followed very shortly by the dinner. Okay. So sometimes we're not so strict at home. And now I'm adding the coasters, and just the presence of coasters means I'll be serving tea or a coffee directly on the coasters, not on a saucer. So that makes it very, very regular. Yeah. And so now I got a bouquet while I was outside. I got this bouquet from Aldi's while I was doing my groceries. I actually stopped setting up my table so I can do an Aldi's run. So these bouquets come with this packet of flower food, and they cost about $5, taxes included, but it reads for $4 and something, but total will be $5 and something. Anyway, you're supposed to put the flour food first in the jar first and then the water. But since I didn't do that, I had to start using my scrubber, my brush. Yeah, I was thinking of cutting the stems a bit, but I see that some of the flower branches go very low. So I just decided to check first how tall they'll stand in that vase. And I think they're okay. It doesn't stand too high from the brim. So that is a nice pop of color on my very gray set. Yeah, so now let's do the test on the guys while I add the glass. So guys, like I was telling you, they sell a lot of utensils in sets of four here. I only just have four of these cups. So I will put these four cups, the white with the gold rim, beside this black and white set, and then a glass. Now, guess what that glass is for? These are the only cups and glasses I will add. Uh, what do you think it means if you've been watching our etiquette videos or hospitality videos? What do you think that means? What do you think the glass is for? What do you think the cup is for? I know I already licked that one. I said it's either tea or coffee. They do look like coffee teas because of their smallness, but also remember you can serve an espresso with that. Yeah. So I'm keeping the cutlery, even though I don't put a soup bowl, and that also means something. So this will be an interesting test. Okay, and so I will use those white cups on the set that has black and white, and I'll use these glass cups. We've broken so many. I think I only have these two. So on this particular set, I'll have silverware that is actually silver with gold tips, and then a coffee cup there, coffee or tea, and a glass also that resembles. So I have four of these glasses over here and two of the ones that have some white color. You can blend your colors like that sometimes when you're not being so strict. We just want our table to look very nice on a regular day. Okay, I don't like to leave my table empty because or without a tablecloth or without it being set up, because like I said, I'm communicating what we are about in this house. And also my table is quite old, although I love it so much. I love that it serves, it can seat 6 to 8 people. So now let me ask one of the guys, Habi, about the setting. You have come to the table, right? This is the setup you find. What does it tell you?
So that food will be served. There's food, there's drink, there's dessert. You can see the teacups. So there's dessert. There's 6 expected guests.
No, just one setting, on your own setting.
Okay, on one setting. Okay, so from one setting, I can tell that there will be. So I know there's no salad being served here.
Really? Why?
Because I don't see the salad fork.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
So I don't see the salad fork. So I see a spoon, which means soup might be replacing the salad. So there might be, it's not exactly a soup spoon, but I think it can still be used.
Yeah.
But it basically means that the starter could be a soup.
Can I tell you something about that spoon? If you were served such a spoon, even though it doesn't look like a serving spoon, the sharpness of it means something about the soup you'll be served. What do you think it means?
A thick soup.
No, it's a light soup.
No, I thought a light soup would
like
have
a minestrone.
One of those round, like clam chowder.
No, that would be a thick soup.
For the round one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, what does it say when there's a spoon here, but there's no bowl for the soup?
That the
What
soup
does it
will
say?
be brought hot from the kitchen.
Okay. What else does it say? Does the cutlery say?
Something will be cut at some point. It could be something light. Definitely not a steak, because that's not a steak knife.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
Definitely not. What did you say? Definitely not a steak, yeah? But some kind of meat. So softer meat like fish or chicken.
Fish, chicken.
Although there's particular knives for
seafood.
Fish. Yeah. Okay, so there's one thing I want to correct you. But before that, let me ask, will there be wine on this table? Seeing as that those are the only gobblers.
These gobblers look like water ones or some other lighter drink. I don't expect these ones to be used to serve wine. Maybe a different type of wine that I might not reach.
You're right. Okay, so considering that there's a teacup, yeah? But there's no dessert spoons. What does that mean?
It means everything will come out at that particular time.
No.
No?
There will be no dessert, but there will be either tea or coffee to finish that meal. Yeah. Yeah.
No cake.
No mgadi, no chai.
Count me out. The Kenya in me wants the left hand and the right hand is occupied.
But you can always hope that the dessert will be served with a spoon of its own. So Habi actually does have a point. He would expect a dessert because there's a teacup, but assuming they're serving a dessert like this, maybe an ice cream in a cup, let's see. So in this case, if they plan to bring the dessert out like that, like ice cream with the spoon, it means then there's not an escort for the tea. The tea or coffee you get at the end of the meal doesn't always have to have dessert as an escort.
An accompaniment.
An accompaniment. Escort is so African thing to say.
It is.
So ensure you always have salt and pepper. In some countries, it's considered very rude if you don't serve both salt and pepper. And in some homes it could say something about the child serving or helping set the table. Check what it means in Germany. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging with me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.